and welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name's Julianne and I'm passionate about bettering myself and the planet and looking cute while doing it. Please consider subscribing to my channel and we'll get straight into this. There's been people working in our building for the whole week now and they're so loud and I really hope they don't interrupt the video. Okay, so first thing is I always have to pin my bangs back. So to get my bangs out of the way, I do that thing. It's like in style now for guys to have those like kind of bangs. That's like pretty much what I do, except I don't have a fade. So now I have my little basket of stuff and I'm gonna talk about why I don't have like zero waste makeup, like the trendy stuff. And the reason for that is I think it's become such a trend now to be like a trendy zero waste person, sustainable person, but it's all about being like aesthetically pleasing. And the problem with that is that people are like decluttering out all of their non-sustainable, non-zero waste things and then they just throw them out, even though they're like still good and you can still use them. And so for me, I don't have like a crazy amount of makeup that I would want to declutter, but you know, of course I want like the trendy makeup too, but I'm gonna wait until I've used up the rest of my makeup. Like I'm not gonna buy to replace something that doesn't need to be replaced. I'll wait until it's finished and it needs to be replaced and then look at a more sustainable option. But of course, like decluttering can be really great, but I think there's better ways to do it. Instead of throwing it all in the garbage, you can try to give it away to somebody who's actually going to use it. Probably half of my makeup came from my sister in the last year because she went through a time where she could not control her Sephora spending habits. So now I have the makeup that she decluttered that she doesn't want. Also, please don't judge me how I do my makeup. I know it's probably not correct. Oh, also, probably a great thing about having bangs is that I never have to put makeup on my forehead ever. My forehead just stays empty because I don't need makeup there. It saves time, money, energy, because there's a lot of real estate that I don't have to cover. Also, I really don't like having lots of makeup. I'm putting on foundation today just because I feel like it and it's fun sometimes, but I don't wear foundation that often. The other thing is that I'm not going to recommend any of these products because they're not sustainable. I don't know even like which ones are vegan, cruelty free, but I bought them before, so I'm going to use them up. The only things that I will talk about are the ones that are more sustainable. So I'm putting on foundation now. Some sustainable foundations that I've been researching are really expensive. Probably when I finish the makeup that I have, then I'll be like a lot more minimal because the sustainable makeup usually is a bit more expensive. Speaking of like sort of sustainable, the Glossier concealer, it comes in a glass. It's like half glass, half plastic. So the lid is plastic, but the container's glass, so that's like a little bit better than the ones that are completely plastic. How about let's rate the makeup. This one, I'm gonna rate a 6, maybe 7. I'm gonna rate it a 7 because it's 70%, very roughly speaking, 70% glass instead of plastic. The foundation, on the other hand, no, actually, I'm gonna rate the foundation 0 because it also has a pump. And that means that there's lots of like mixed materials inside. It's like almost impossible to recycle it. Beauty blender. I mean, I guess you keep this for a really long time. So we'll give it like a 5 because they last a long time. If you're gentle with it, obviously. What else did I use? This primer from The Ordinary. This one I'm going to give an 8 because the container is glass and also the little like dropper thing inside is also glass. It's only the top part. So even for like zero waste stores and stuff, I've seen that they have that as well, where there is like a little bit that's plastic. Okay, so here we have some setting powder. This one is completely plastic, so I have to set this because it's hot here and I don't want things to run away with my sweat. So yeah, this one I'm gonna give a 0.
Spoiler alert, most of these are 0.
Let's do eyebrows. So another thing I have is all of these brushes. They're just like from Sephora. But I got these like almost 10 years ago. I got these probably when I was like 15. So I think for that, they're pretty good. So I'm gonna rate these ones a 9 because I think they're mostly recyclable. This sticky part is wood. This is metal. I don't know if these are synthetic or not, but I'm gonna keep using them forever. And now my eyebrows, which for the longest time were like the most liked part of my body because they're like triangles, you can see. They like dip down here. I was always so self-conscious about them. This one's nice. This one, I don't know where it came from. So what I use is this Anastasia. This one's the same as the Glossier, a plastic lid and a glass container, which is pretty good. What did I rate the Glossier? I think a 7. This one gets a 7. Actually, I'm gonna give this one an 8 because I have been using this one. I've been using this one for a lot longer than the concealer, so it lasts a very long time. Yeah, and then I just like fill in my arch where I have like a bald spot. I'm also like so bad at doing my eyebrows. I've been practicing for a very long time and I still can't. Sometimes they magically work out, but most of the time I just cover them with my bangs. We're just gonna leave it at that because they'll be slightly covered anyways. Also, when I bought this, I wanted like a darker, ashier color. And I don't know if they're too dark for my hair now, but when I bought this, I had like platinum hair. It was like almost purple. And I just wanted to be like the dragon queen from Game of Thrones, Daenerys. And so I like hardcore bleached my hair, had like dark eyebrows, and did like really moody makeup and stuff. And those were good days. It was like nice hair and I miss it sometimes. Now I'm like the opposite, very natural. Okay, so now I have this old brow spoolie gel thing and I have 2 of them actually. One of them actually has product on it and one of them doesn't. This is the one that doesn't, or it doesn't have that much, so it doesn't like build up, but I can just like brush it through and lightly fix them, I guess. Probably looks so bad, but I have bangs. That's why I got bangs. Okay, so next we'll do some eyeshadow. So I have this palette. It was actually a very lovely gift for my birthday and I used it on my wedding. So I do really like it, of course, but it's not the best. It's all plastic. Except, what are mirrors made out of? Are mirrors glass? Or are mirrors, I don't know what a mirror is made out of. But anyways, in German, that's how elephants make sounds, they say. So I'm gonna start with like a really light color and go under this. I don't know if that changed anything. It just makes me feel good out of habit. Usually use lots of browny, pinky tones. Oh, and I forgot to rate this palette. So I'm gonna rate it a 2, maybe a 3. Because personally for me, palettes last a really long time. I have never actually gone through a palette before. I don't know if it's safe to use them after like 3 years, but if they're like not super cheap and I don't have irritation, then I just keep using them. I don't know how good that is. So if you're like a doctor and this is like poisoning me, just let me know. So this is the look that I like. It looks like there's nothing there because I like to pick up like a little shimmery shade and put it down. But I'm curious if this has Mecca, that one really controversial natural resource that they use child slavery, and there's no actual way to know if it's fair trade or not because it's like such a corrupt system. It doesn't have the ingredients on here. So like, yeah, be careful about your shimmers and your glitters, but glitter itself is like just plastic. Tiny pieces of plastic poisoning our planet. So, you know, glitter's not great. Okay, so with the dark shade, I did like a little bit of eyeliner wing thing. I guess mascara next. This tulle, I'm gonna give it a 9 in my rating system because it's made out of metal but you only have to replace the one little plastic part every so often. So I don't think it's that bad. Do I look cute? Okay, so the next thing that I have that I'm kind of like nervous about is mascara. I probably do wear mascara the most, and so that means that I actually go through it. And the problem with that is that I don't really know what a good replacement is for it. I don't want to spend like $40 for a sustainable one or a zero waste one because I use it, and then that's a lot of money. So what I'm doing now is literally just using this as much as I can, even though it's starting to dry out, because I don't want to make the purchase of a really expensive, what is this, mascara. So I'm trying to do lots of research now about if there are any that are less expensive and still decent. I think I'm gonna try and find some that maybe aren't perfectly zero waste, even if they have a bit of plastic that's less. That would still be better. But I don't know yet. I'm still using this one.
So next,
let's put on some bronzer, because I've been wearing a lot of sunscreen this year. This one, I don't know what it's made out of. It looks like it's paper, but there's probably plastic in it that you just can't really see. I'm not sure. This one I will maybe give like a 4. But of course, this being like partially, I think, paper is better than like this, which is just all plastic. Yeah, this one's completely plastic. This one is probably partially plastic. And I think there's, what are magnets? Magnets are metal. Can you recycle magnets? I don't know. When this is finished, I'll do an autopsy, see how wasteful it is. But yeah, like bronzer, like so many beauty products, I don't know like how people use them up. I can't imagine people ever using them up, especially like people with these like massive collections. I can't imagine using that much stuff every day that you would actually complete something. Okay, next. So I've been using these blushes a lot, and I do really like them, but of course it's all plastic. But this one I did actually get from my sister, so I think that's a little bit better. It's secondhand technically. I saved it from the landfill. But yeah, this gets a 1, maybe a 2. No, I'm gonna give this one a 4 because it's secondhand. Next, I'm gonna use a little bit of this stuff. This one, I know it has that one mineral in it, Mecca, so that's not great. And I don't love the actual like results of this one. I do have a stick one from Glossier, which I do like using, but that one is more what I use when I don't have anything else on my face. Yeah, okay, but that one I'm gonna give a 1 because it lasts a long time. This one is from Thrive Cosmetics. It's not great because it's all plastic, but I think this brand does like really good ethical work, so that's cool. And I use this for that really basic type of look with the nose thing. Makes me look cute though. Makes me feel good. Okay, and now the last step is lipstick. Pretty much all of my lipstick is from my sister, of course. So I'm gonna be using like 2 reds and mixing them. They're both plastic. They both get 3 because they're secondhand, and they are going to last me a very long time. So, and I never wear like a full like heavy lipstick. I always just like blot it on a little bit. more of an orangey. This one is like a true red. So this lip gloss smells amazing. This is an older lip gloss, but I love it because it smells so good. Yeah, this one gets like a 2 because it lasts a long time. Okay, so I guess because I do my hair now, so I gotta let down my boy bangs. See how they do the thing? If I had like a fade, I would be one of those TikTok stars. I don't even have TikTok, so don't look for me. So this is how I do my hair on an everyday basis. Done. Easy peasy. If it's a little dry on the ends, then I'll put some like Moroccan oil on it, which is in a glass container. Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to tell you guys. So my husband and I are moving. We're going to a city. I have never lived in a city before. In Canada, I lived in a small town. In Germany, until now, I have lived in like a hamlet. It's tiny. So we're both going to the city for the first time, and I'm so excited because there's so many more things available for me to do, and I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah. And then also I'm so excited about our new flat, and I am planning on documenting the process of making it really cute. And I think the difference between our flat now and our flat there is this one always seemed so temporary, and so we didn't put that much effort into making it nice. But this next flat, I really want like a nice space that I can feel at home in, and yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys when we get there. So now this is what I get to look at while filming this video. This is where we're at right now with moving. There's boxes everywhere and it's a mess. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you are reminded whenever I post a new video. I usually post sometime on Saturday, depending on where you are in the world. Bye!